Where did this go wrong?
You know what? I thought offensively we did some good things. You know, moved the ball pretty well. Had a lot of great shots that we just didn't knock down. Defensively, I thought we did some really good things, but 16 offensive rebounds killed us. That was the biggest thing. I thought their bigs were just much more aggressive and much more physical than ours.
There are games where you've just been infuriated with the way your team played, and a loss counts equally. But is this one where you can kind of see the progress still, even though it doesn't show up in win column?
Yeah. Like I said, defensively, we're still doing a lot of good things. They shoot 41%. So you look at the stats and say we should have won the game. But like I said, you give them 16 offensive rebounds, you're going to have some problems. And that's what happened with us tonight.
Why were your bigs so inactive? Because I've been on you guys, that hasn't been the case a whole lot. Why tonight?
I just think their bigs are just more physical. It's just that simple. You look at Kantner and you look at Serge, Collison. Those guys are just physical basketball players. And they were able to just kind of take it to us, push us under the basket a little bit, and gave them second opportunities that I thought really killed us.
Haven't you tried to put lineups out there that are more physical, though? Kind of throughout the season with your lineup changes, isn't that kind of like the thing you're looking for with your lineup changes?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Byron, what do you think of the three-guard lineup toward the end?
I thought at the end it was necessary, and I thought they played pretty well together.
Is that something you envision playing forward?
Just kind of depends on the situation with who the other team has out there, and they had a lineup out there that allowed me to be able to do that. They had, Augustine and Waiters and Lamb out there, so I was able to match it with our smalls as well.
You look at Jordan Hill's stats on paper, and they look good, double-double, but did you feel like he could have done a lot more out there when you're watching the game?
Well, I felt there was a few times on the defensive end that his man got, offensive rebounds that hurt us. But like you said, stat-wise, I thought he played a pretty good game. But he's not the only one, big-wise. All our bigs got, pretty much outplayed tonight.
How do they go about matching the physicality in other games?
I guess you got to get in the weight room, I guess. I don't know. That's one way of thinking about it. I don't know. I think some of that is a mindset. You just got to understand who you're playing against, and you got to be aggressive as well. You got to be physical as well. If they hitting you, you got to fight fire with fire sometimes. And I thought they held, they did that for 48 minutes. They didn't let up. Their bigs were aggressive and physical the whole night.
Before the game, Scotty Brooks was talking about how hard Russell Westbrook plays every single night, and basically said we, as a basketball society or whatever, don't call out players who don't do that enough. We don't criticize guys for that enough. Do you agree with that? And how do you view guys who do bring it every night?
I guess it depends on who you are. I call out guys when they don't play hard enough. I have no problem with that. But I do agree with him as far as, Russell is like our Kobe. He plays like it's his last game every night. And that you have to admire and you have to respect. And the guys that don't play hard, they should be called out. Guys are getting paid in this league now because they do play hard, which was never the case back in the day. It was a given. But we'll say, well, I really like this guy because he plays hard every night. That's your job. Shouldn't you do that every night anyway? So, I agree with him.
All right, that's Byron Scott. Much more to come on Access Sportsnet. Lakers coming up. We'll go inside the Lakers locker room for reaction to their winning streak coming to